Hello Dairy Today viewers, from the Stuart Peterson Advisory Team. Here's your Dairy Week in Review, closing up the week of March 9th, 2012. Recapping the trading week here on Friday, we did see some very extreme volatility take place throughout the trading week. Really was a roller coaster ride following Monday's limit down move for milk prices, and really how we rebounded off those lows, really made a 180 turn throughout the rest of the week. And we'll go ahead and look at the components, tell a little bit of that story to start with. Looking at cheese, both blocks and barrels were up for the week. Barrels actually led the charge, up just a bit over 2 pennies for the week, finishing over that 150 mark. Blocks not too far behind that, finishing just under 150 and up just over a penny for the week. So did see barrels slide to that number one spot once again above the block market. So we'll see that really that inverted spread play out soon. Also look at the butter market, did see zeros across the board there. No change for the week, finished at 145, and moving to powders to finish it up. April whey did see some strong gains there, up 2 pennies for the week, finishing at 51.5 cents. And April non-fat dry milk, also zeros across the board there, finishing at 126 for the week. Taking a look at our Class 3 milk price for the week, as you can see, March through August all taking on gains and finishing in the green for the week. And it's very hard to believe considering where we're at on Monday. We saw that meltdown really across the board, especially for our April-May contracts that did see the limit down moves, down 75 cents to start the week. Really looked like we're going to have a tough time even staying in the 14s for those contracts. So good to see that reversal play out. Just noting how much they tacked on, how much ground they covered throughout the week. So we'll start from the top with our front month contract. Just tacked on 7 cents as it comes into expiration, getting near that 15.50 mark. April, May, once again, nearly $1 off the Monday lows. So very significant how that reversal played out throughout the week and that strength that we saw to close the week. Similar story for June through August, double-digit gains there to close the week. Also checking in on our Class 4 milk prices for the week. As you can see, a little bit of a different story for this market. Saw some selling pressure throughout the week, really way down these months. March through May, Class 4 milk down anywhere from 3 to 25 cents. Looking at June, July, those months did remain unscathed for the week, were unchanged at 15.65 and 16 even. August did see that selling pressure as well though, broke below 16, finishing the week at 15.98. Flipping over the charts, we'll take a look at that weekly CME spot barrel cheese price, just to note how significant the gains were this week and with the barrels leading the pack as well. So as you can see, once again, where we finished the week, just above that 150 mark, and overall, as you can see by this horizontal line here, just where the support has been carved out over the last few weeks, we haven't really broke below that. We did break below the 146 mark earlier in the week, but really managed to bounce off that very well. And once again, noting just how strong these gains were. We haven't seen gains this strong since going back to late December of 2011 and early January of this year. So it's been quite some time to see those gains. So overall, we'll see if we could build off that as we move into next week. Now taking a look at that Class 3 April milk contract on a daily chart to really show the volatility in that roller coaster ride this week was. And we'll start going back to last Friday. As you can see, the significant losses we saw to close last week, and really the losses carried through on Monday, really extended those losses and really took the next leg lower, down limit once again for April. You can see where our bottom came in at, right at 14.24, and it seemed where we started the week it was going to be a tough task once again to even stay above $14 by week's end. But as you can see, that certainly wasn't the case. We bounced off that 14.24 mark and really ratcheted up higher, almost completely erasing those losses in one day, almost up limit on Tuesday. And throughout the week, as you can see, extending those gains even further. Wednesday, another strong game with some very high prices there, reaching about 15.45 is where we topped out. Thursday, same story there. A little bit less gains there, a little bit of momentum started to drift a little bit lower, but good to see the positive gains. And Friday, kind of ran out of gas here, did finish unchanged, but once again, noting just how much ground we covered from Monday's losses to Friday's close, right at 15.23. This morning, USDA released the first dairy export numbers for 2012, so we'll go and look at that January report and how exports fared compared to the previous year, also the previous month as well. So first, starting with total dairy exports, did see some solid growth there year over year compared to last January, up 4.6%. So very solid growth to kick the year off. Also month over month, did see a little bit of a slippage there, down less than 0.5%, so overall pretty modest compared to December 2011. Also looking at cheese, did see some growth there, up year over year, 3.1%. So solid growth there, month over month. Did see losses there as well, a little bit sharper, down 4.5%. Also carrying over into butter, really sharp losses there year over year, down 27.4%. So very significant losses compared to January 2011. Also month over month, significant losses as well, down 9%. And also finishing with whey, Did see some good gains there year over year, up 2.6%. Month over month, though, did see some sharp losses, down 9.4%. We'll flip over the charts to take a look at the January total dairy exports for the month of January and how they've done over the past few years. And overall, you can see since 2001, we've been trending overall very significantly higher. You can see only 2 setbacks along the way, 2005 to 2006. Did slow down there. Also noting the step back from 2008 to 2009. A very big setback there that really affected our milk prices throughout the year. But one thing to note also, 2010, 2011, just how significant that jump was there. And also noting where we jumped up this year, wasn't quite that good. As you can see, up 4.6%. So it did see things slow off just a little bit. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that as we trend through this year. So looking into next week, a few things to make note of. The first one being cheese and dry whey. Those two markets have been building a little bit of momentum over the past 2 weeks. They have been doing so very quietly with some very modest gains, but good to see some support is coming into play and some momentum building. Also looking at key reports out for the next week. Overall pretty slim on reports, but do have an international market update for Oceania coming out on Thursday, March 15th. From the Stewart Peterson Advisory Team, I'm Rocky Ging. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.